Hey everyone, the name is Kris. Welcome to Gear Corner. If you follow my channel and know me at all, you know that I'm mainly excited about, unfortunately, pretty expensive stuff. I do not accept tonal compromises, so in that way, I'm a tone snob. That being said, if I accidentally find a ridiculously good, affordable gear, I do get excited, actually really excited, because it's such a nice surprise, really. And that's exactly what this video is about. I just bought my dad a pedal. It's a Harley Benton pedal, and it's one of the new dual-sided pedals. It's the good cop, bad cop. In case you enjoy my videos, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Check out the description box under the video for additional infos, timestamps, gear links, my merchandise, etc. I'd really appreciate that. Now let's get into the subject of this video, which is this pink pedal, the good cop, bad cop. A short disclaimer, I actually bought this pedal. So it's not like a sponsored video or a paid, I don't know, production, whatever. I bought this from my dad. And I just wanted to put this out here because most of you guys know that I work for Thomann. I wanted to avoid this looking like, I don't know, like, yeah, he's just trying to sell Thomann stuff, blah, blah, blah. You know that I usually don't really show affordable stuff and not a lot of Harley Benton stuff. I just show whatever I feel I want to show. And this was such an accidental find, like an actual surprise. I wanted to show it before I send it to my dad. I'll tell the story why I bought it and what it will replace, because it's replacing a classic pedal, a pedal that people love, and you know, prices are going up. And he just told, yeah, get me a simple pedal, something that does a similar job. And I tested a few and I found this and I was like, hello, what? I just quickly run you through what the sides do, the left and the right side do, and just give you a couple of tones. The left side is a more gainy side. It has a little switch on the top, LP, HP. And if you know pedals, like also boutique pedals, you'll know in which direction this goes. I don't think it's an exact OCD kind of circuit, but it does give you that kind of amp style distortion vibe for sure. And the other side, the right side, is, it's called the Blues Drive. It's a take on the classic Marshall blues pedal, and it does give you a very nice, pretty kind of drive, a super low gain, very wide sounding, not harsh at all. It's a really nice sounding drive circuit. And what's really cool about this little toggle here, you can stack the sides in different ways. You can go for the middle position of this three-way toggle, and then you just go between A or B. It doesn't stack, it flips over to the other side. So if you want this for a nice, pretty low gain crunch and this for like an overdrive, then you can just go back and forth and turn it off. So it's like a 3-channel amp all of a sudden, just with a clean amp, right? Clean, then one side or the other side. And then if you want to stack them, you have both directions available. So you can go B into A or A into B, which means that you can achieve a very different sounding stacked tone. And that's something that would be super easy to get with 2 separate overdrive pedals. And in most cases, you don't get this option with dual overdrives. I am stoked to have this this little toggle here, and yeah, I'll show both options, obviously, A into B or B into A. It's interesting to see how A into B gives you a more ampy, aggressive kind of stacked sound, and B into A gives you a bit rounded off edges and a little prettier tone, which is really cool for like lead playing. Now here's a fun little comparison. This is where I was convinced by this pedal when I tried it. I'll put it up against my favorite drive pedals, not to show which is best and whatever. It's just to show you how well it holds up against, well, expensive pedals, but most importantly pedals that I know and I love, and you guys appreciate them whenever you hear them on the channel as well. So here's a short comparison. All right, so here's the story of this pedal, why I bought this pedal for my dad. He plays guitar forever, before I was born, and then he had a couple of years of break, and now he's back at it for like, I don't know, as long as I play guitar, so over 20 years now. Thing is that we kind of shared gear for a time. He obviously and my mom bought my first stuff when I was a teenager and didn't have any money, and you know, they bought my first guitars, first amps and whatever. And then the first pedal that I bought for myself from my own saved up little money was the original Marshall Shredmaster. I'm not sure if you remember, that pedal was like 90s to 90s pedal, and it was in that range of pedals where the Blues Breaker was also in, and I'm not sure which was the third, or maybe there was a fourth as well, Governor or whichever, you guys know it probably better. And that pedal was awesome, but it didn't have enough gain for me. So after a time, he asked like, can I use that? And I was like, yeah, sure. So he's still using my original Shredmaster. And I asked him if he could give it back, because now I don't need that much gain. And I remember that pedal being super versatile with that contour knob. That's just so cool. You can add in the mid-range or scoop the hell out of it. And it's a really tight and really good sounding pedal. It's just not super high gain. So you need to stack it with something, but I didn't know about stacking pedals back then, so I just didn't use it anymore. But now I would love it back. And I asked him if he could maybe send it over. And he told like, sure, just get me a pedal that sounds good and does a similar job and is simple to use. And I was like, okay, well, that's a good task. Let's go for it. And then I tried a couple of pedals, and I tried this one as well. And I was blown away by the fact how great it sounds for super low gain stuff, like this pretty drive kind of thing with the right side, then has the nice crunch, like pretty tight crunch sound with the left side. And if you stack it, you know, it's like an endless range of really good tones. And I didn't find anything that was annoying or like, okay, that's not too good, so maybe let's not stack them. It just did it. So I was like, okay, I think I have the right pedal. Let's wrap it all up with my thoughts on the pedal. I am really surprised by how good it sounds and how versatile it is. So I'll just stop blabbering about it. It might not be as tight as some of my favorite pedals, which are all really expensive pedals. The Cast Leather Toxic Twins, where both sides just stack in a way, oh god. Or the VS Audio Royal Flush, which is again a pedal that sounds great, both sides and stacked. Or the King of Tone, which is the hardest to get out of all of these pedals. It's not fair to compare this pedal, which is way cheaper than those, to those pedals, but I have to, because when I'm thinking about tone, I'm thinking about tone, and I don't care about the price tag, like the differences in the price tag. That's the only difference, that this might not be as tight for super high gain, but I know my dad, he will not play, I don't know, Pantera on it, so it's absolutely perfect. I really enjoy playing it, and it is tight, don't get me wrong. The other thing is that it's not a noisy pedal at all. If you have any of the sides on and like normal gain settings, it's absolutely fine. If you stack both and gun it, it's gonna be noisy. That being said, it's not the only pedal that's gonna be noisy. I have way more expensive pedals that will also be noisy if you do that. You just crank all those gain knobs and just stack those sides. It's just the nature of a lot of gain, especially if you stack gain. All right, guys, take it easy. Meet you down there in the comments. Let me know what you think about the good cop, bad cop. Yeah, and other than that, see you next week in a new video. And as told, meet you down there. I'll be back. Bye-bye.